Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting evening of Beyond the Edge of Exile. My name over here, I'm Jason, and the guy over, no, not that way, this way, that's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very tired for a Monday, but that's, I guess, to be expected at 7 o'clock on a Monday. So, how about yourself, Jason?
I'm pretty good. I
Good.
was at home, working from home all day today, answering some emails, doing some work, and getting ready another very fun spoiler video to reveal a new champion tonight. And as you
We're
know, I
revealing a
love
new
Monday
champion?
nights. Oh yeah, yeah. We got
Oh,
we got at
awesome.
least one left tonight. Whether there's another one next week, I can't say. Maybe Jeff could say, but I can't say. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be really fun tonight. So, yeah. And I'm also a little tired, a little beat up from the last few days. Lots of stuff going on. Janice is coming out here, which makes me worry I've done something horribly wrong. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, she's adjusting my microphone. Apparently, I'm not loud enough, I'm being told. So hopefully that helped. All right. Yes, sorry, I had to look away from the chat for a minute. I apologize, everyone. I have been, as I say, had a long day, but I'm thrilled to have everybody here tonight. And oh my goodness, look at the chat. We got lots and lots of people here tonight, don't we?
And you know what, Jason? I'm going to mention it right off the top because some of the people are new and don't know. Commenting in the chat gets you in a draw to win a pack of
That's
Invasion.
right.
So,
Yeah.
some of you that are new that have commented, if you haven't commented, start commenting. Join the
What do they
chat.
need to comment, Jeff? Their social insurance number, their credit card numbers, their home address? What do you want them to say?
Um, if they're going to do credit card number, we also need the three numbers on the back.
Oh,
But if
okay.
it's not credit card, we don't take debit.
Yep.
Um, no, anything at all. Just join the conversation. Even just say hello if you're a little shy, or drop an emoji if you're that shy. That's fine too. Just want to know that you're there and paying attention, sort of
Exactly
thing.
right. As long as we know that you're watching, we want to give you a chance to win something. That's all it takes.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what's new with you, Jeff? How was your weekend?
Here where we are, it's spring break. I know not everyone's in the same area as us, but spring break just ended, or March break, some people call it. So quite hectic. We just came off the Gamma show from 2 weeks ago. Then it was a week of family time sort of thing, which can be very, very, very tiring, and just kind of late nights, early mornings. Unfortunately, no real sleeping in, and it just kind of all caught up. So it was a hectic, busy weekend. By the sounds of it, you had a busy weekend too, because someone in the chat met you over the weekend. You were teaching people how to play Genesis this weekend, you said.
That's right. We had a really good turnout. Before I don't want to miss. Over on the other
Yep.
chat, North of Exile, I got a name for you to add. It's me, Ebby, has joined the live chat on our second channel tonight. So hey, it's me, Ebby. Nice to have you joining us once again. Getting back to what Jeff was just saying. Yeah, we had a great weekend. Saturday night was a really great turnout again for Genesis, which is great. Our Saturday nights are always good, and actually our Wednesdays are pretty good too. I've been going down to Jack's on Queen in Elmville, which is the next closest store that the host Genesis to mine. They're only about a 20-minute drive away from Midland. And I've been helping them get the Genesis community going down there. And I've been making sure to let all the players in our local store up in Midland know that I'm going to be helping at Jackson Queen in the future running their Genesis events. Some of our viewers who aren't local might not realize it, but I'm in the process of shutting down my local game store that I've had open for the last almost 7 years, partly to focus more on Genesis, partly for just sanity reasons, because doing two full time jobs has kind of burned me out a little bit, to be honest, and partly just because I want to keep doing something in the gaming industry, but not be full time tied down to the one store. So I'm going to be helping out at Jackson Queen with their Pokemon and Genesis events and probably some other things. So that's going to be lots of fun. People can see me there. And if any other local game stores in Ontario want to do some open house or learn to play events or whatnot, I'm always happy to travel to other towns and other stores to help them out get Genesis started as well. We have some leads on a new store in Aurelia that is probably going to be becoming a Genesis store soon, so that's exciting. Aurelia again is about 25 minutes from Midland, but going in a different direction. So yeah, I'm very, very busy all the time, but I'm very happy to be so busy.
Great.
Yeah.
I just want to say to comment a couple things that came up in the chat. Will, flattery will get you nowhere, but it's always very well accepted. So please keep it up. That's not a problem. Um, yes, new Indian Fire. We draw for a pack of Invasion, so you can get started in the game right away.
Yep.
What else do we have here? Jeremy says that Emma has been using the map, which those of you that haven't seen the map yet, will they see the map in the video you have today, Jason?
Yeah, they'll see a little bit of the map in the
Okay, so
video.
you'll see
Yep.
some of the map if you're not familiar with it.
Yep.
She's been using it in some campaigns she's working on, so that's incredible.
Oh, very
And
cool.
what else are we missing here? Oh, and Edward has joined. Hello to the people that have joined that I haven't had a chance to say hello to because a bunch of people just jumped in here. So,
Right? It's picking up
yep.
pretty quick tonight. That's awesome to see. And
Let
yes,
me
your
add in some
new
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 names.
Indian Fire. I'm assuming that is how it's pronounced. New Indian Fire. Cody's is the store over in Aurelia that has expressed interest in bringing Genesis on board, which is cool. So we're excited about that, especially because we have one or two players from Aurelia who've been making the 25-minute drive over to Midland all the time. And as much as we love seeing them, I'd love for them to be able to play the game they love in their hometown too. So I'm not that selfish that I want to make everyone drive to where I am. If you can play it in your own hometown and have lots of fun with friends, that's cool too. So
Why not, right?
absolutely.
Um, you mentioned earlier that we're going to have a champion reveal today, which is
Yes.
always really exciting. Um, and I'm really excited for it. You've put a video together, I'm assuming, Jason. Is there a bit of a story to it as well?
There is very much a story, and ironically,
Awesome.
the story of tonight's video does tie directly into some of the lore that's already on the website as well. So,
Ooh.
so it's gonna be fun. There, if you're the kind of person who likes lore in collectible card games, you came on a great night because you're gonna get a good, healthy dose of story tonight for sure.
The one of the most exciting things for all of you is you get to hear it before I do because Jason does these videos and then I have to stay muted so that we don't get doubled up audio. So I don't get to enjoy the story till later. So you guys are going to get a crack at it before I am, which is really exciting. It's always something good to hear
Yeah,
and see because it is very visual.
Poor Jeff always has to just imagine what's going on. Poor guy. He gets to see it but doesn't get to know. So we
I
want
make up my own
cards.
story like what's that called? Mystery Science Theater 3000. I do that sort of thing in my head. It's not as funny, but I do that when I watch the video.
Is it ever close? Do you imagine it
No,
pretty accurately? No?
no,
Oh, okay.
way off, miles apart.
Will says he wants cards. I'm not sure what he means by that. I thought Will had all sorts of cards.
um, okay, I'm gonna get my dad joke out of the way earlier on.
Sure.
Um, Will has never played with a full deck, so
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, that's good, right?
Uh,
But I did spend it early, so I cannot use anything else for the rest of the night.
all
I got
right.
rid of my old man joke early. Oh, new cards he wants. Yeah, there are some new cards, but you know what? We're still early on. It's only about 10 minutes into the show, so it'd be nice to keep chatting up. If you don't mind, I'm going to run down the names I have already, Jason. Is that
Oh
okay?
yeah,
Because we had a lot of people, and I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. So if you don't
for
hear your
sure.
name, do a comment quickly so that I can see it there. We have Cardboard Cohorts, Madtown Hobby, Will K, Damien C, New Indian Fire, David C, Jeremy H, It's Me Ebby, and Edward T. If you didn't hear your name, drop a comment on there. Cardboard Cohorts is trying to start a guessing game. Oh, there's Steven. I'll add him.
Steven
Cardboard
has a
Cohorts
name.
is trying to get an Ishmael. Uh,
Yay.
yeah, there we go. Cohorts is starting to try and get a bit of a guessing game going of what's coming. So we've got Erica, we've got Idiris, and Will's guessing Nubia. I don't know why
Yep,
Will's guessing, but Will's guessed Nubia.
that's funny.
Baby Kato. This is doubles
Baby
as
Kato.
market
I
research, eh?
love it.
I was gonna say this doubles as market research, right? We write down notes of what people are interested in and bring it to the next development meeting.
And all baby expansion. Baby Kato. Baby Rain. That'd be funny.
Sorry, totally like I can't even think straight now. It's just thinking of something like that. So that's hilarious. Oh, Eric L. We'll add him as well.
Raha
Eric
would look
L.
like Cupid if you put Raha in a little baby diaper there with the bow and arrow. And
It'll be. I'm picturing Muppet Babies is what I'm picturing. It's a Muppet Babies scenario. They're all miniature versions, and someone walks by and it's just legs and whatever. I think that sounds really good.
Will says Purple Rain. We did do an unofficial shirt called Purple Rain up here at the store
Mhm.
back when we
Yep.
were just fans of the game.
There's some great shirts up there. Purple Rain. Um, Exerted was the best one, or not the best one, but the one people loved. What was the other one? You had one with core on it, right?
Yeah, hardcore for life.
Hardcore for life. That was it. I
Yeah,
couldn't remember that one. Yep, yep,
yeah.
yeah. Those were. But yeah, Exerted was a great, great shirt. Uh, Babyality card with a Mortal Kombat crossover. Even New Indian Fire's getting in on the predictions. That's great.
Excellent.
Baruch is on fire. Is that video still up somewhere, Jason, or no? If they were search
Yeah.
back in your
I,
history.
I don't think I ever put it on the Genesis YouTube. I think it's on the North
No,
of
I
Exile
think something
Games
like that.
YouTube because it was
Mhm.
just done as a fan video.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
left my fan stuff on mine too, so that this can be
yeah,
the. But yeah, go to the North of Exile YouTube channel and look up Baruch is on fire.
it was pretty funny. We had our
I enjoyed
staff
it.
member Brian do a good part of that video, and he's
Yeah,
pretty hilarious. He's a
yeah.
somewhat of an actor, a thespian, if you will. So
Acting. That was from some SNL skit or something. That's every
yeah.
time someone says acting, I remember it. I just don't remember which one it was, but I think it was John Lithgow going acting with his hand like that. But not no one else here is pretty much as old as me, so they won't remember that.
So Jeff, we are
Yes.
getting close to being done
Ooh.
spoiling all the champions, which is exciting.
Hmm.
I'm excited about that because that means we can start divvying out spoilers to other
Yes.
people, and
Exactly.
I can't wait for that. Now, how would we let people who make content get a hold of us if they wanted to get approved for a spoiler?
They can email us at hello@edgeofexile.com. That's the best way to get your name out there that you're doing content and that you would like a spoiler, and we will add you to the list. I'm just opening up the list here to see how many names we currently have on the list for spoilers. Um, but once we get your name on the list, we might ask you a couple little simple questions to try and find a card that suits you or your personality or your audience or whatever, if possible. That way, it kind of feeds right into your um, setup, but we can't always, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
we like to do that. We want to try and make it match up as best we can for you, so it's not kind of out of left field for you guys. But yeah, just hello@edgeofexile.com, which, oh, I see it now. Sorry, my video's hugely delayed, so I see now the email popped up, so you all know that. Shoot
Yep.
an email there. Our subject line was Metamorphosis spoilers or MET spoilers,
Yep.
and then we'll know that that's what we're looking for to try and add you to the list. Let me just pull up. I have it here somewhere. It's a nice thing about doing these on computers is I can pull it up. I don't have to
Yep.
sit and say I'll get it back to you later on it. It's not in the recent documents for some reason.
Hmm.
This is interesting. Um,
Are we giving the Chrono Walker buff upgrade to the Chrono Walkers? Are we giving the Chrono Walker buff upgrade?
I think he's making that up.
Yeah.
Oh, John Lovitz. Sorry, I just saw that one from Cardboard Cohorts. He is as old as me, so he does remember that. It is John Lovitz.
Let's
Acting!
go.
With his little nasally voice. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys there. Um, I'll keep looking while you keep talking, Jason. Sorry, it should be right here. It's not in my recents. Hmm.
Sure. I'm excited to see what some people do with some spoilers in the future. It's gonna be really fun. This time we get. Oh, Janice says she has a list. That's interesting. Maybe she found it on the Google Drive. Um,
It is our shared drive. I just can't find it for some reason. Just curious. I think it's like 8 or 10 or something so far. 7 maybe. I don't know why I can't find it, but
so
it's
yeah,
here
so
somewhere.
we have lots of cards available to be spoiled. So if people want to get
Yeah,
in on the action and help promote, that would be great.
yeah.
Also, last night I was watching Imperial Pulse, and that was a good live stream. I like to tune in every Sunday night. Last night in particular, it was a good stream because they were doing live Genesis gameplay, and it's always fun to be able to chat with the players while they're actually playing Genesis live. So that was a good stream. And while we were watching it, while I was watching it, I made sure to let the people in the chat know that a good habit for us to get into is when you're watching a live stream and you're enjoying it, don't be afraid to hit that old like button there. Give a little like to the
Mhm.
video because it helps
Yeah.
the channels grow. It helps channels like Imperial Pulls and us. We're always striving. We hit 500 a little while ago. We're always striving to work towards that next benchmark. So if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the game, please don't be afraid to hit that like button and or the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And help the channel grow because we always really appreciate that, especially at these exciting times, like right now when pre-orders are currently being accepted for the next set, Metamorphosis.
Yeah. it's really, really, really exciting. We are going through the play testing with the team and all that. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming in Metamorphosis. I mean, aside from the champions that have been spoiled already, there's a lot of stuff I'm really excited about revealing, and we can't wait until we have the team of people set up there to reveal it to them. That's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait for that. We have 7 officially recognized people that are going to be spoiling things. So we have others that have asked, and we're working through it. But there's 7 that are on the finalized list of these people are ready to do it, sort of thing. So
that's awesome.
Add in your name.
Very cool.
What did I miss here? Okay, sorry, that was a conversation between the two of them, Cardboard Cohorts and New Indian Fire. Yep. And sorry, on an aside, if we are ever saying something wrong, I'm just guessing it's New Indian Fire. Same with Ishmael. If we're mispronouncing something, please try and explain it to us in the chat so that I can get it right. I don't want to be wrong.
Exactly. Pre-orders are technically still open for a couple more days, and they shouldn't be, actually. But I emailed both distributors to check in with them today, both of the North American ones, and I heard back from Universal Distribution in Canada and Southern Hobby in the States, and they both asked if we could give them a couple more days to lock in pre-orders. So I told them, yeah, we could stretch it just a couple more days. So I think by the weekend, stores are probably going to have everything locked in for sure, to make sure that they get all the product they need for release day in the summer. Otherwise, they might just wind up missing. They might wind up not getting everything in time for release day, and some might have to come on wave 2. So definitely, if you want to make sure that you get some Metamorphosis, there's lots of great stores out there. And you can find all the stores on our store locator right on the GenesisBoC.com website. So it's really easy to find a store in case you don't have one local to you. And lots of them you'll find in Canada and the States that ship Canada-wide and United States-wide. So it should not be very hard for you to track down somebody that you want to order with.
Okay, so it's New London Fire. That's a lowercase L. And it's
New
Ismail.
London Fire. Okay, that's cool. I
Ismail.
didn't get that.
Okay, Ismail, not Ishmael. I'm saying Ishmael like the Moby Dick name, but it's Ismail. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Forgive me if I do mess up again, but I'll try my best.
That's
okay,
awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah, I should have assumed it wasn't a uppercase I in the middle of a bunch of lowercase letters, but that's on me. He's my cousin. Oh, you guys are great. You guys are hilarious in the chat tonight. I really, really like it. And Will, it's whatever you want. You've called me worse, so Geoff or Jeff, either way works. Is Cody available to see if we're a pre-order or go to Jack's? I don't know, Jason, is Cody set up for pre-orders or not yet? Do you know?
To my knowledge, the last time I spoke to Cody just a week ago, he does not currently have an account yet with Universal Distribution. There's a problem in their system because the store that used to be in that building beforehand, they had some problem. They didn't part on good terms with Universal. So from what I hear, he's actually thinking about moving his store across the road into another retail unit because the person that owns the one he's currently in owns 2 or 3 commercial buildings in Aurelia. So because I don't think he's moved yet, I believe he can't order anything for the next set yet. So the easiest, most local solution for you, New London Fire, would definitely be to just head on down to Jack's on Queen because they are taking pre-orders on the next set. And that's where I'll be when the next set releases. I'll be running events down there.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. We are getting to about the point, Jason. Do you want to?
Oh, I'm excited you
show
said
this
that.
video?
Yeah.
I think we're close to the 7:30 mark. And we usually try and do it mid. All right, good. Then I'll shut up and we can run it. I think
I'll warn everybody before I hit play. This is another one of those good meaty ones with a lot of story. I think it works out to almost 4 minutes long by the time it's done. But trust me, it's going to be worth it. This is going to be a champion that I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with. And I definitely think it gets worth it. So with that being said, Jeff, I'll talk to you again in right around 4 minutes.
Excellent.
The world is in metamorphosis. And this is the story of the child who never forgot. Some people call it fate. Some call it destiny. I've even heard a few people describe it as waves or a current in the ocean guiding us. But however you envision it, almost everyone believes in some sort of mystical force that has a plan. And I can't think of any other way to explain what happened that fateful night on Anchor's Path, other than somebody's plan being set into motion. But I can say one thing for certain. Knowing now what an incredible chain of events would be set off by such an innocuous little conversation over a campfire, it certainly was never Sad's intention for this meeting to have happened. And I am sure that underestimating this young child would be a mistake that he'll someday regret. Erica was trapped in a dream she couldn't escape from. But this dream was like none she had ever experienced before. Her mind was clear, and she could finally understand the jumbled images that raced through her mind. They weren't illusions. They weren't imaginary. They were all real memories of a life that had been taken from her. And although Erica still found herself unable to rouse from the sleep that had been forced upon her, she did begin to become aware of things that were happening around her. But she realized that the night sky above her was fading, the twinkling stars were disappearing, and she could feel the beginning of a new day, as the day's first beams of sunlight would peek out across the mountaintops high above her. And although Erica was still unable to open her eyes, she did slowly become more aware of her surroundings. In the distance, she was aware that the city of Radica was coming to life once again. She could hear doors opening and closing, and people going about their business. Closer to her, though, she also became more aware of the wind blowing through the grass, the water of the nearby mountain stream tumbling over the pebbles. Closer still, she heard the sound of footsteps. Familiar footsteps. But not the footsteps of people, nor the familiar hooves of a horse pulling a cart. These were softer footsteps, more careful. And that's when she remembered. When the kindness of strangers began to dwindle, it became harder and harder for Erica to survive. She took the desperate step of leaving the town. She ventured off into the woods alone. Definitely not a smart idea for a young girl. But she wanted to survive, and she believed in herself. And she went into the woods, searching for berries, for fruits, for herbs, for spices, for anything she could eat. And she found out that she wasn't alone. Because of all the people, of all the creatures, of all the beings alive in this world, someone showed mercy on her. Someone took her in. Someone made her part of their family, their brood. Someone made her part of their pack. And she was spared through the kindness of all things from wolves. Wolves. Metamorphosis, arriving in game stores summer 2024. Make sure you get your pre-orders locked in now. Well, there you go, Jeff. At least you got to read some interesting chat.
Yes, I did. A lot of people bragging about how good it was, which is good. I do appreciate it. Really, I do. I all kidding aside, I'm glad they get to enjoy it like that. It's a nice surprise for me after too. It really is. That art is phenomenal. Dahlia again, one of the best artists out there right now for sure. I can die happy. Cardboard cohorts. And
Well, we're glad you're
hello
happy,
to
buddy.
Marcus. He
Try
just
not
joined
to
us.
die, though, but we're glad you're
Yeah.
happy.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys like the artwork there. Dahlia's a phenomenal artist, probably one of the best out there right now in the card space. And she really just captured the youthfulness, but also she just captured it all. You guys know that. I don't have to describe what she captured. It's a visual medium. You guys all know what it's like. So now we need to learn what a Duskwolf is. There's Marcus reading through the card.
Yeah.
Caught onto that one quickly. I'm sure Cardboard Cohorts kind of just phased out when he saw it, so he didn't even get a chance to read the card, I bet.
Well, I'm glad New London Fire is excited. That's their first time seeing what we've been doing over here behind the scenes for Genesis.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, if you're telling me it tied into the lore, it is great. If you guys haven't read the lore, we've got four chapters posted online, I believe. Go pick up on it. It's not too dense of a read, but it covers a lot of ground, and it's done very. I shouldn't say it's done very well because I had a hand in some of it, but it is done very well. Jason did most of it, so I can pat him on the back for that. So, is this a question now from Cardboard Cohorts? Let's see. So this is important. This is the first of, I'm sure, many champion reprints. So now things are endless as to what we can see. I saw that. Okay, saw that the wolves thing.
There's some truth to that, but technically, it's not really the first reprint because Kayun, let's not forget, is the new version, the new evolution of a previous champion. So it is exciting for sure that we can take these established champions and show them later on in their life, or as the world changes around them. It's really fun. So.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that they. Odara was in there as well.
That was a direct reprint. That's true, of a new version of an old champion.
Yep. We've added the naming mechanism behind them so that we know that these are the new updated versions, and that these are what people will probably want to play going forward.
Well, and I think it's important too that we didn't want to throw everything away that had already been established. There were some great champions in the past and some great creatures and characters, and we're not just throwing everything out with the bathwater. We're paying homage to our favorite champions. We're taking them to where we think it makes sense to bring them. And we want there to always be a history and a legacy for people who've been around from day one, where they can see how the game's grown and see how their favorite characters have evolved. And then at the same time, we're also introducing some new characters because you have to keep it fresh and keep it growing and keep the world expanding. So we're trying to be faithful while we do the next steps in the game.
Yeah, you missed your dad joke there, Jason, which was we're not throwing the baby Kato out with the bathwater.
The baby Kato out.
Harkening back to the earlier comment.
Right. That's right.
Dearest is next with Swift Arena Fireball upgrade. Sure, Damien, while we're at it, we're also going to make it 5 damage because she was definitely underpowered. Adiris was definitely severely underpowered. Hopefully Will's not still in the chat.
The cool thing is people are never going to know when another previously seen character might pop up again in the future. You might see them in one set and then not see them for a couple of years, and then anybody could come back. It's really fun. Well, almost anybody. I see Jeremy's comment there.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, as everyone knows,
can come back.
Yeah, I was a huge Oni person because I was going to make it work one way or another, and unfortunately, it never worked. You could never make Oni viable. But Jason's right. Almost anyone can come back.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think we can mention, Jason, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to say that next week there will be another champion. Spoiled.
Oh, very cool. All right.
Yeah. So
at least one more week of an exciting champion.
Yeah, I'm really excited. There will be one more week of
cool
champion reveals. At least, not saying that's the last one, but there is one more just to whet people's appetite.
Will says he's always here. I'm reading between the lines. I'm assuming that means he's always judging you. I'm not sure. He didn't say that, but that's the vibe I get from reading it like that. So.
Damien's going to start testing it out, testing Erica out. You're saying? Is that what you're saying? You're going to do a little proxy to test it? That'd be awesome. That'd be fun. Oh, I don't know what else to talk about, Jason, because Erica was such a big reveal. I'm kind of kind
It
of
did
done now.
feel
I'm like,
good.
oh my god.
It definitely felt good to get that out there because these are all
Yeah.
secrets that Jeff and Janice and I and our development team, we're all sitting on these secrets for weeks and months. And
Oh god,
whenever a
yeah.
character comes up in conversation and it's something that we've been working on and haven't spoiled yet, and you're like, oh, people are still talking about that character. They're excited about it. They want to see that character back. And it's like, if we haven't spoiled it, like, it's such a hard secret to keep sometimes, not to just blurt it out that, like, oh, you're going to love the next one.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. We don't want to be too obvious and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Sorry, Damien was talking about testing the fireball Adiris. I think that's great. I'm gonna make a prediction that it's broken, but I'm not a real big game tester rules guy. But I'm just gonna put that out there. Oh
So
yes, we are gonna need to know that cardboard cohorts. You're right. Sorry. Go ahead,
probably,
Jason.
sorry, I just got to read what he said too. Probably going to need to know what fate. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. The wolves, they'll get revealed. Don't worry. It's coming soon.
Or
uh,
not. Maybe we didn't print that card just to throw you guys off. No, obviously it's in the.
it's in there. Don't worry. It's in there.
Yeah, sorry. Got a little punchy from that reveal, so I'm a little bit going crazy with that.
A couple good messages for us to get out to all of the fans of the game is, as we mentioned, the distributors asked for a few more days to get some last minute pre-orders in. So please make sure to let your game store know that if they haven't placed their pre-orders, they really need to do it this week, just so that it doesn't hit release day and there's no product available at your store. We
Yeah.
don't want to risk that happening. So definitely, especially I can tell you, I really, truly, like, unbiased believe that Metamorphosis is going to be the most exciting set yet. I think this set, oh boy, when you see the other half of what the set revolves around, because we've only talked about Champions so far. When you see in another couple weeks the other half of what the set revolves around, I think people are going to be so excited.
Yeah.
So trust me on this one. It's a great set to make sure you get some pre-orders in so that your store has enough and so that
Yeah.
you don't wind up being disappointed on release day, because I'm going to pre-order a bunch of boxes. I can do that. And I'm going to open them all up and just have cards everywhere. And I'm going to do all sorts of deck building. And you want to be like that. You want to be able to open up your cards and play with them day one and not be disappointed watching me play with them instead. So that's my
Well,
public service for the day.
you need enough to deck build. You need enough to get whatever chases in there, and you need enough for some pack battles because that's still probably one of the most fun formats,
Yeah.
at least that I play, which is awesome. So you do need enough for all that. Without making it sound like a sales pitch, you do need enough to get through all that stuff
Yeah.
for sure. Do you mind if I go through the list one more time, Jason? Because it's a longer list now. We got 14
Yeah.
people. I just want to make sure we haven't missed anyone.
Well, and
So
I've
once
seen at
again,
one point during the stream we had up to 19 people simultaneously. So there might be a couple names out there that just haven't spoke up yet, and this is their last chance to get on the list with any little
yep.
emoji or comment. Oh, like Timmy T. There
Oh,
we go.
Timmy T. Perfect
Yeah.
timing, Timmy T.
Just so you don't miss
Yep.
out on a chance to win some free stuff, right? We don't want you to miss out. So there you go. Go ahead, Jeff. Let's run down the list, please.
Sure. So we have Cardboard Cohorts, Madtown Hobby, Will K, Damien C, New London Fire, David C, Jeremy H, It's Me, Ebby, Edward T, Stephen P, Ismail. I think I got it that right. Eric L, Marcus P, Imperial Pulls, and Timmy T.
Yes.
Oh, did I get? Yeah, Stephen P. I got in there. Sorry, I just saw his name again. I haven't seen it for a bit, so I wasn't sure. But yes.
So Stephen Penn, yes. In fact, we almost had a pin on the map for a Texas store. It might have been because of you. I'm not sure, but somebody went to Tanuki Games, which I think is in Austin, Texas, and they ordered some stuff. And then I reached out to them to ask if they wanted to be on the store locator, and they said not yet because they had just only ordered in a specialty order for someone who wanted it. But that store, Tanuki Games, is definitely willing to special order in product. So that's a great sign. I think if one or two more people message them and asked them to bring in Genesis, that would probably be all it would take to get them to want to stock it. So, oh, and then what's Imperial Pool saying? That he was talking to somebody in Australia today who has some Genesis cards. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Nice.
That's awesome.
And we were talking to a chain of stores in Australia when we were at Gamma. So You never
That's
know.
true.
It might get a lot easier for people in the future in Australia to order Genesis if that leads somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we talked to a lot of people actually at I know we mentioned it
Oh
last
yeah,
show too, Jason, but there was a lot of international contingent at Gamma, which I
yeah.
was not expecting, and pleasantly surprised. It was wonderful. Really, really good.
Well,
So
that's
I'm guessing I didn't
interesting.
miss anyone's name on the list here. That's good. That's
No.
good to know.
Stephen Penn says Austin's only a few hours away from him. So that's interesting for 2 points. One, if he wanted to, he could probably call them to try and see if they'll order. And two, that
Mhm.
tells me he's probably not the guy who already called them and placed a specialty order.
Yep.
So there you go. That's what I would probably do if I wanted to get a foothold in Texas. Is try and get just one or two more people
Yep.
calling them to order product, and then that might be all it takes to flip them over to our side.
Nothing finalized yet, Imperial Pulse. So there's no names to be had at this point. Just that we did have conversations with them. So there's nothing like there yet, so to speak
Yeah.
of. But once there is, we'll let you know for sure.
Hmm.
Road trip to Austin. Oh, I misread that. I thought he wrote road trip to Australia, and I was going to be like, "Are you kidding me?" But to Austin, okay, that's reasonable. Will, yes, that is reasonable.
Is Will? Are we going in Will's car? Because okay,
Yeah, that's a lot of kilometers.
if we're going in Will's car, I'll chip in for gas.
Just got to take the winter tires off, I think.
Yeah, definitely do that first.
Oh my gosh, I like I said before, Jason. I don't know what else to go over because we that Erica
Yeah,
thing was I was really excited about that, and I'm glad that it was as well received as it was.
we'd love to get down to see you in Texas. Trust me, it's
For
on the
sure.
list of places we'd love to go. I love Texas. I was in San Antonio a few years ago for a big Magic Grand Prix, and San Antonio makes a great first impression when you're visiting Texas. Very touristy and fun. But I'd love to see
I've
some other
never
parts
been
of
to
Texas.
Texas. One of the few places I haven't been to of like the big hubs and all that. So I would like to go there for sure.
I was looking around me to see. I don't have it on my display shelf behind me, but when I was in San Antonio, I actually went to an authentic Stetson cowboy hat store and got like a. You got to get a
Nice.
good. You got to get a good. If you're going to Texas, don't get like the cheap touristy hats. I got myself a Stetson, a real genuine leather, beautiful cowboy hat. Love it to death, and I'd love an excuse to wear it again soon. So yeah,
That's awesome.
Steven knows what I'm talking about. He says I'm speaking
Yep.
his language. He gets it. So yeah.
Do we have a review of the spoiled champions? What do you mean by that, Will? Do we have a review?
Most, if not all, the spoiled champions are on the website if people want to take a look back at them. But
What is that
no,
website again, Jason? Because I don't think we
Gen-
mentioned it actually the show.
GenesisBoC.com. We shortened it to make it easier for you. Or you can type the
Yes.
whole thing out, GenesisBattleChampions.com. Whatever you like. Far be it from me to take vowels and consonants away from you. If you want to use them, go ahead and use them.
If you need that little bit of exercise in your fingers getting that typed out fully, go for it.
Right?
I do
Right?
because I don't get
Yeah.
much motion, so I got to do that.
Like a compilation video. Well, that's the kind of thing that we need some of our very cool content creators to do. People like Imperial Pulls, Madtown Hobby.
Hmm.
In the Works does a lot of great gameplay content, so they haven't really done anything else per se. Cardboard
Hmm.
Cohorts would be a great guy. He makes some great
Yep.
content. He should do a video, although I doubt he could be unbiased now. I think now that Erica has brought out the wolves he's been dreaming of, it'd be hard
Yep.
to get an unbiased review of the other champions.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody should definitely make some content talking about it.
Yeah. Be awesome. Give a little bit of a review of it.
Yeah.
Wanted to see if Jeff could name them all. If you make me name them all, Will, I'm probably going to say one of the wrong ones that hasn't been spoiled yet. So that's not a good choice. So I will not be saying all of them for that very reason. I'm gonna let something slip, and we don't have a delay here to mute us.
Oh, let me see if I can go in order because I won't accidentally say the one from next week. We started with oh god, the first one wasn't Cayenne was the first one. There was one before
No, it
that,
was
right?
Isaac.
Isaac, that's right. Or Isaac, depending on how you want to
Isaac. I,
pronounce it.
I say Isaac.
I know it's a weird spelling, but it really I think it's Isaac is the name. So then there's Isaac, and then there's Cayenne. We have
Yep.
Odara, the Forgotten Queen.
Hmm.
We've got the Hunter of the Forest, whose name escapes me. What's the Hunter of the Forest name? I should know
Soon.
this. Sung, right?
Yes.
Tsung.
Yep.
Sung, yeah. Hunter of the Forest, his name is Sung. Then we've got we've got the pair, the 2-in-1 that I really love, which is Caleb and Redvorn, the vegan demon.
Mhm.
Two spirits sharing one body.
The
Uh,
Veman, if you will.
the Veman. uh, and then other than that, what am I up to? Are you keeping track on your fingers of how
Yeah,
many that
that's
is?
5.
That's 5. Okay. I'm going to skip ahead because the easy one is the one we just did now is Erica. So that's 6.
Mhm.
I'm going to say in my mind the name of the one for next week, Jeff. So I just said it in my mind. So you trust me,
Yep,
I got it right. I know who next week is. So that's 7.
yep,
But then that means there's one that I've missed.
yeah.
Who did
I
I?
don't think you mentioned Odara, or did
Oh,
you?
I thought I did.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
Interesting.
Did you mention? Oh, I know who you missed. You missed another transforming card.
Oh, did I?
You missed our
Oh,
Werekidna.
the Werkudna. That's right. Yes,
Yep, yeah.
the
You missed Sven.
Werkudna.
Sven,
Sven.
that's
That's
who it was. You
right.
did say
Yeah,
Odara. You're right.
yeah.
I remember the queen part of it now. Yes.
All right, so I got most of them. I couldn't quite get all of them, but can you still play the old Erica? Yes. Anything that comes out does not replace the old cards. We're going to treat it just like other big name collectible card games do, where eventually someday down the line we'll have our first rotation. And
Yeah.
at that point, when a rotation happens, and I mean, honestly, it's probably like 2 or 3 years from now. Don't panic about it when I say this. It's not an immediate thing at all. But
Yeah.
eventually, when we do get to the point where we have a rotation, then old cards will rotate out of what our current format is, and then they'll only be playable in our permanent format, which, like our version of a legacy or eternal format, whatever we call that someday down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm probably not allowed to name because it'll be some weird pun that won't make sense to anyone.
Yeah,
So
if Jeff wanted to name the formats, he'd probably call them something like fresh and stale. That's I'm guessing, or something
that's
like
actually
that,
really good. I didn't actually think of those
right?
ones. That's really good.
We
Yeah.
Are you playing a fresh deck? No, I'm just running some stale stuff. Oh, okay, that's cool.
If you ever want to see the kind of naming conventions I would use, look up what the scientific names are for different types of neutrinos, because they didn't go with Latin or anything like that. They went like upsy downsy and twisty or
Yeah,
something. They went with
inside out
silly
or
names
something.
for it. Yeah, they've got funny names for that. Oh,
Oh,
that's great. Jeremy was saying do a cats versus dogs with old Erica versus new Erica. That's
I
pretty
like
funny,
it.
actually.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Um, we're pushing up to the last quarter now, Jason. If there's really not
Yeah,
much to go over, I don't want to hold people on for too long. I mean,
yeah.
they can go off and start their theory crafting if they want, unless there's
Well,
any specific questions people have. Or
on my YouTube channel, I see that there's 20 simultaneous viewers right now, so it's probably a good time to
yep,
give away a prize to somebody
I
while
think so.
everybody's watching.
So I'm just gonna say that a little bit. If you are watching and have not commented, drop a comment, drop an emoji, something like that, so we know that you're here, and we will add you to the list that I'm going to shuffle. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Do you want to run the video one more time, Jason? Gives people a chance to chat, to look at it, or do you have the image you can pull up on screen? I don't know if
I
you
could do either
do.
one, I think. What one would you prefer?
Let's pull the image up because that way they can actually see it. You're going to put the video up later in the channel, I'm assuming, right? So people can watch it
Oh, I
and
will.
I can.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
excellent. Let's pull it up so it gives them a chance to read it. You can probably drop it right between our faces there. Here I am telling you what to do. It's you're the one that has
No,
to
you're
figure out
good.
how to do it.
No, yeah, you're good.
I'm
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 just
delayed, so I won't see when it goes up. You'll have to tell me.
yeah, I'm just lining up where it's going to go, and then it'll be up in just a few
Sure.
seconds. So
David Clayton requested an image, so that's right. So they can stare at it for a little bit.
no problem at all. I'm just lining it up here. I'm gonna shrink it down just a little bit so it doesn't block out too much of us. And you know what? Here we go. There we go.
I see
Erica,
it.
youthful champion. Swift exert, basic attack.
There it is.
1. You deal 1 damage to a target in your awareness. Action, so much, or was that 6 aura and exert? Conjure a
Mhm.
dusk wolf.
I can read it clearly if you want, because I'm sure it's small on your screen if you want me to read it out.
Yeah, I'm reading it off an OBS screen, so it's a little
Yeah.
difficult for me. Sorry.
Place a dusk wolf from your subconscious on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. And the question
Oh,
came, wolf, you'll find out.
yeah.
So there she is, 150 aura, front awareness, no reduction, 20 health, and she is Bellum Thymos.
Yeah. It's Me Ebby over on the other channel says it looks really good, and I gotta agree. I love the artwork.
Oh yeah, again, Dahlia hit it out of the park. Just did phenomenal work with it. Silence in the chat, so I'm assuming people are just staring in awe. Their jaws have dropped. Duskwolf is a 2/2 cat.
That's the wrong game, Will. Come on now. That's not how that works here.
Duskwolf is the new name of a Baihu? Is that it? That Cardboard Cohorts is going to kill me if he hears that.
No. No Bayous. They don't exist in this world. We wiped them off the planet.
Show the B side art. This one is not a transforming one, Damien.
There's no other side to that one. It's a single-sided card.
Oh, In the Works is here. I can add them to the list.
Yay!
In the Works. We were just talking about In the Works. Reach through the computer. Yeah, he is. Bye, Hughes. Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. That's the way to put it. Bye, Hughes.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one. That's really good. So I think we've got all the names in here. You would never play again. I know. Right? I know. I don't blame you.
We've made so much progress. We don't want to go back.
I'm going to turn the camera towards the wheel here so we can get it set up.
Sounds good.
And then I think, let's see if I can get it on the first try this time to see the arrow. That might have it. But I got to wait a delay unless you see it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You can't see the arrow, but you can see all the names. So, like, we'll know who wins.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, that'll work perfectly then. Great. Yeah. So I'm going to shuffle this up. Do a little countdown from 5 if anyone has to get their name in the last second. 5, 4, 3. Actually, you know what? It's not going to work because there's a delay. So when I'm done the countdown, they're going to type it and they'll have missed it anyways. So that's okay. We're going to shuffle up a bit, and I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's see. Let's see who gets the Pack of Invasion. And it is... Oh!
Is it Marcus?
It's Marcus.
It is Marcus. This guy wins so much. How does he keep winning?
Marcus, go buy a lottery ticket. I think this is your second week in a row.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, I think he won last week too. Like literally back-to-back weeks.
Yeah. That's awesome. Lucky you. Good work.
The odds are crazy. Like
good work being here. I guess you really didn't do anything, but good here.
Well, I mean, he does make a point of coming every single week, so good on him for winning for sure.
Yeah, no, Marcus is a he was top. What was it? Top
16 in the World Championship.
16. Yes, that's right.
And the person who knocked him out is the world champ. So
if it wasn't for Marcus, he would not have been world champ. So he has you to thank for that, Marcus.
Yeah,
that's the way I like it.
He helped crown the world champion. That's a good way to look at it.
Yep. It's the best way to look at it. The only way I'll look at it from now on, Marcus. 3rd week in a row, Marcus.
Is that
right?
My God. Oh my God. Wow. That's insane.
Marcus, does your day job involve coding or somehow reaching into people's computers and hack? Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. Is that your day job by chance?
Are you the kind of guy that makes bank machines just spit out money randomly? Is that your day job?
Oh, you know what? I didn't go to wheelofnames.com. I went to wheelofnames.com/Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem. I'm assuming you mean bribes, not brides, Marcus.
Brides. That's an expensive.
I'm assuming you mean bribes.
Wow.
Oh, that was great. Jason, I had a wonderful night tonight. I hope you did too. This was a lot of fun.
Lots of fun. I love seeing everybody so excited about the new spoiler. It's cool that we got to reveal that there's still one more champion coming for sure next week. It's going to be exciting. And in the meantime, we got the important messages out. Make sure, please, if you haven't, to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to, if you enjoyed the content tonight, maybe throw a like on the video. Like tossing a coin to your Witcher, just tossing a like at your host. We love that kind of thing. And then definitely make sure, if you haven't placed your pre-orders, by all means, this is crunch time to get some pre-orders locked in before the weekend, because then after that, you may or may not miss out on release date, depending on what happens with all the stores out there. So right now, it is in your hands. You can control whether or not you get amazing Metamorphosis cards on release day.
And if you are a content creator, drop us a line at hello@edgeofexile.com. Let us know your YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, wherever it is that you do your creation, and we'll see if we can get you a spoiler because we are getting close. Jason, you mentioned that before. Probably a few weeks away from open spoiler season, if you can call that. Yeah, open spoiler season, where we can start getting the fans to spoil stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
And I believe when you mentioned it on previous weeks, I think you might have also suggested that they maybe mention in the email what their preferred affiliation is, just because you
Yes,
want to
that's what
try
it
and
was.
tailor
Yep.
it to them if you can to help them get one that they're really going to be excited about. So
That was it. Instead of us following up and asking you in a bunch of back and forth, tell us your favorite affiliation in the email, and we'll see if we can tailor something to that fits with you. Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. That's great. Um, Jason, if there's nothing else, I can let you have the final word. You always offer me the final word. You can have the final word today.
Sure, I would love to have the final word. My first word is I accidentally hit the end credit button too soon. Sorry about that. We went to credits for about a second. It was an honest mistake. It wasn't on purpose. So my final word is apologizing to everybody that I hit the credit button too soon. My finger twitched, not enough caffeine or something like that. But yeah, it's been a great night. Thanks everybody for coming out. Great viewers, great chat, great support. Thanks to the new players who came and visited us at the store on the weekend for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We do this kind of thing literally every Monday night at 7 on YouTube, and we love to do it. We love, as game makers, to be communicating and be making the community out there feel like they're part of it and be involved and interact with us. So thanks so much, because all of this doesn't happen without all of you, the people who love playing the game. And that's all I got. Jeff, anything
Awesome.
you want to say? Ready?
Nope. I think you said it. You summed it all up. Now we can roll the credits.
Now we can roll the credits. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Beyond the Edge of Exile.